Namaskar. My name is Manisha Madhukar Renge. I am librarian in DAV Velankar College of Commerce. My micro teaching topic is 5 Laws of Library Science. As you know, every profession has some basic philosophies or guideline that they follow. For doctors, the Hippocratic Oath is perhaps the most well-known policy offers often adopt the concept to protect, serve, while firefight often use of phrase everyone comes back alive. Librarians too have such a concept of service. The service guides should not confused with code of ethics or a code of conduct. It is not a code but rather a concept or philosophy that the profession has used as a guide for what we do. The most frequently used foundation of philosophy for librarians are often called the 5 laws of library science. Dr. Ranganathan's code, they were developed in 1931 by India librarians S.R. Ranganathan. While they have been modified, the attempt have been made to update them. We will consider them in their original basic form as that they form has been the most enduring. The 5 laws of library science is the theory that S.R. Ranganathan proposed in 1931, detailing the principle of operating a library system. Many libraries from around the world accept the law as the foundation of their philosophy. These laws, as presented in Ranganathan's the 5 laws of library science are: books are for use, every person his or her book, every book its reader, save the time of reader, library is a growing organism. First law, books are for use. The first law of library science, books are for use, constitutes the basic for library services. This law means that books in libraries are not meant to be shut away from user. Ranganathan observed that books were often chained to prevent their removal and that the emphasis was on storage and prevent rather than the use. He did not project the notice that preservation and storage were important, but asserted that the purpose of such activities should be promote use. Second law, every person his or her book. Second law of library science, every person his or book mean that the librarians are to serve wide collection of patrons, acquire literature to fit a wide variety of needs, and refrain from prejudice or judging what specific patron choose to read. Librarians should respect that everyone is a different and that everyone has different taste regarding the books they choose. Third law, every book its reader. The third law of library science, every book its reader, means all books have a place in a library, even if only a small demographic might choose to read them. Ranganathan clarified that the term book could be generalized to mean any document. Fourth law, save the time of reader. The fourth law of library science, save the time of reader, meant that all patrons should be able to easily locate the material they desire quickly and efficiently. The practice of librarianship creates system, device, workflow, guides and framework to the benefit of practically to the user. Ranganathan said, the fourth law in a turn save the time of library staff through such a practices as a centralized classification and cataloging, documenting material before sending them to the library that ordered them, and mechanize the method for information retrieval. Fifth law of a library science, a library is a growing organism. The fifth law of library science, a library is a growing organism, means that a library should be dynamic institution that is never static in its outlook. Ranganathan defined two types of growth in increase the quantity of items in the library collection, and growth that improve the collection overall quality through the replacement of material, books, methods, and physical library should be updated over time. There needs to be considered of growing physical space, but in the 21st century, this has come to mean the multiple format platform a collection can encompasses. By other individual. In 1998, Michel Gorman, a past president of American Library Association, recommended the following laws in addition to the Ranganathan's five. Libraries serve humanity. Respect all forms by which knowledge is communicated. Use technology integrity to enhance services. Protect free access to knowledge. Honor the past and create the future. In 2004, librarian Alice Nauruzi recommended the application of Ranganathan's law to the web. Web resources are for use. Every user has his or her web resources. Every web resource its user. Save the time of user. The web is a growing organism. In 2008, librarian Carol Simpson recommended the following edits to Ranganathan's law to reflect the richness of media. Media are for use. Every patron his information. Every media its user. Save the time of the patron. Library is a growing organism. In 2016, Dr. Archana Mungal recommended the following edits to Ranganathan. Social media is for use. Every user his or her social tools. Every social tool its user. Save the time of user, providing information he or she seeks. Social media is a growing organism with various tools, apps being introduced every day. Librarians are not bricks and stone anymore. In 2019, Bhishma proposed 5 laws of knowledge, adopt from those Ranganathan. Knowledge is for use, all forms. Every citizen has its rights to access all form of knowledge. Every knowledge is accessed by without discrimination of any kind, save the time of all knowledge seeker. A knowledge system is one that involves with time to achieve all of the laws. This is this is not a comprehensive look at the laws of library science. Indeed, many books and scholarly articles have been written about them. They said the 5 short statements we find embodiment of what we do, why we do it, and how we can do it effectively each day. We need to keep those concepts at the heart of our efforts and focus. It is why we are librarian. Thank you.